Okay, so as promised, I'm going to talk about how I use pinch harmonics. Once I get this up a little bit. There we go. Back up just a second here. All right, let me get on a little bit clean here, and you guys can get a little better idea of what I'm doing. Now, harmonics at the kind of root of what's going on. Remember, you basically have certain divisions of the fretboard here, and that's going to be your octave, fifth, the octave, or third. Another third here. Okay, and what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up activating one of those at some point in time when you're fretting here. And the way I'm just going to get those is you kind of get used to where they are on the strings, and I like to hit them randomly, to be honest with you, and I think most guitar players do. But when we're talking about the Billy Gibbons way of actually the way he's going to do it, let me get a little bit of distortion here. All right, so the way he's going to do it and the way we're going to look at it is we're going to we want a little bit of the flesh of the thumb on the string when we actually pick it. So in that sense, you can almost think about, we're going to pick for just a second. This is the way Eric Johnson does a lot of harmonics, by the way. So just think about, we're going to activate the string. In different places, but instead of doing that with our finger, we're just going to lay our thumb on it. And one of the exercises I used to do where I'm actually leaving a little bit of the flesh of the thumb on the string here. Almost sounds like a flanger. So that's one thing I used to do. And in doing that, it allowed me to get the idea. You can also do harmonics, pitch harmonics on the upstroke. Same principle. All right, so that's kind of one thing to do. So in terms of lead and then getting those cool high notes out there. Other things you can do with pinch harmonics that I like to do in my music is what I call like a half harmonic. And if you just kind of get lucky, and it's sort of, you get sort of close to one of the harmonics, but then you also get the tone of the string. So you kind of get this polyphonic effect. And it's easy, it tends to happen, I think, on the high E string a little bit more. So I'm trying to think of it, this solo. Right here. This kind of, it's almost like a weak harmonic, and sometimes if you can find it, you can get the actual tone in there. So that's also, the higher you get up on the E string, the higher you get up on the fretboard, I just have more difficulty actually finding harmonics there. But I definitely like the way they sound down here. So I'm going to pull up a track that I was working on earlier where I have this lick that goes. And I kind of like to actually accent notes and punctuate phrases with harmonics. All right, so that's just one way to use them, and let's just check that out where that's actually going to fit in here. Turn around here. Actually do this just 2 seconds. So the DAW I'm using here is going to be Studio One. I've used it forever. I'm actually using Studio One 3. I've got very old equipment, but it hasn't been really in the budget to ever upgrade, and it still works. It's good stuff. Hasn't gone totally obsolete just yet. Okay. Section here, and the turnaround, I'm just going to put that accent on that harmonic. Sort of a Blackfoot, almost Scorpions. I don't want to get too loud here. Okay, so let's go right. I'm just going to record it too while we're at it. Let's just back up from the very beginning. There's a half harmonic. There's a really good example of one. That far yet, but there's a really good example of because this thing just smokes and I'm not quite used to playing it, but all right, you can see where I'm just going to throw in random harmonics on these fills and squeals that just pop out. They're really cool, and they sound good in the music, as you can hear. Let's just go back and check it out. This is what I would just do. I started kind of crapping all over it there. So. But you get the idea. And just practice them. Practice it a lot. Sometimes it does help to have compression and distortion and things like that. But yeah, I'll practice them on clean. I'll do them everywhere. I don't care. And yeah, I hit them all the time, not even just thinking about it. It's just one of these things you kind of dig into the guitar. And sometimes it's by accident, sometimes on purpose, and sometimes you miss them. But low string squeals always sound cool. Especially if they just come out of nowhere. That kind of thing. So pretty awesome. Now, in terms of songwriting, I think we do have a pretty good direction for this, and what I'm about to do is actually jam some bass lines to this. So, but I kind of want to see. I want to work on this turnaround that happens here. So I'm actually going to back up, and I'm not really warmed up, but we kind of need to do this. So let me see if I can get this turnaround, and then I should be throwing in a bass line first, but I just kind of want to see the falsetto I tried there. Oh, dude, nice. Thank you, H&K. Yeah, dude, this girl, want to hear me on? Or girl, boy, whatever. Dude, it's awesome, the Grandmeister, and that's I'm actually going through. That's straight into the DAW, so I get really good tone that way, and I'm happy, and I can mix it real quick. But anyways, let's do all that again, and let me get rid of this track here too, and we'll come up on this one. Here we go. And I'll see if That's the turnaround I want to do. Let's see if Taylor remembers to do it. Here we go. A little bit of half harmonic. Red box. Yes, sir. I do mic, but it's typically the orange. Well, it's always if I have to. Of course, I have to mic the orange. I don't do a. I just do the red box out of the back of the HK. So I'm getting a question here about am I mic'd or am I doing the red box that comes in with the Hughes and Kettner, and I'm going in red box. And then that is just pure. There's no effects or anything on here. I haven't touched anything. As a matter of fact, that song, it's the first time I've kind of gotten through it. And I think we're there. I kind of do. I really do. I'm about to throw a bass line in and start working on some of that. And so I can get some inversions and kind of some really cool textural things going on there. But guitar wise, riff wise, form wise, I pretty much feel like we're there. I might have to take out one of these repeated 3 times. But I don't know, like but I also like the way it kind of threw it off and it felt like it kept going. And it could be just a good way to maybe there is a place where where the vocals will like kind of do like a harmony thing with the or a call and answer thing with the voice in a very kind of extreme-esque sort of, because this has a very, I mean, it just has that 80s extreme sort of Satriani feel to, not that I am like that, I'm not that guitar player, but I mean it definitely You know, I mean, you could definitely throw in the chat and hit subscribe, follow, and you know, tell me what you think it should be. And I'm open to anything. Like, I don't, who cares? Easy, consistent. Yeah, totally. Right. And I mean, dial it in every time, no problem. Or you don't have to. Either way. I mean, like today, I didn't even tune my guitar. I just picked up, and on the stream earlier, you can actually see me hit the kill switch in the back and go straight in, because it just, I actually don't even know how it sounds, to be honest with you, yet. I assume it's mixed and not. I switched the cameras this time because I think it was distorting slightly earlier. Twitch's mics on the phone are much more sensitive than that, and I'm definitely on the phone here, so you know, I would love to do all input on the computer and all that, but it's right now it is an absolute miracle that this thing is running, and I'm only getting like a little bit of latency, so oh gosh. So someone's commenting on my recent post about good old Phil Anselmo from good old good old Dimebag there. So yeah, interesting character Phil is. Anyways, yes, the song formally, I think it's pretty much there. Why touch it? It feels right, and it has that 80s vibe, and we got the halftime breakdown in there. We got some good key changes. We didn't really ever do any modal changes in the solos and stuff like that, and that's kind of where the halftime A is. So I feel good. Yeah, good old Dime. Yeah, poor old Phil, man. It seems weird that they're doing that tour now. To be honest with you, like, I'll just leave it at weird. So right now, Ann and I are relegated to our Android phones. That's where we are, and hopefully it's sort of coming through. But the thing is I'm actually on her phone for Twitch, and I'm on my phone for I think YouTube. All right, so since we're here, one thing I kind of wanted to mention is something that I will do with harmonics from time to time, which sounds pretty cool. I think it just works well with legato passages. It's just when you do the string or cross a string and activate that string, do it with a harmonic. And you can kind of get some, you know. Get some interesting sounds out of it for sure. That's and can you leave the flesh on there? Apparently you can. That probably works a little better with economy. The pinch harmonics, doing it like that. If you wanted to do, if for some silly reason you wanted to, you know, I have no idea. Ann kind of looks into Twitch streaming from time to time. I just turned it on. I don't really know what anything is. I did the highlight thing. I figured that out. And it's a miracle I'm getting anything to run on my computer with only a tiny little bit of latency. But I mean, the fact that the drums didn't slow down. Typically when I record, I have to cut stuff like 50 times because it'll either digitally cut out in the middle or slow down. a real test in patience, that's for sure. No doubt about that. All right, so what I really want to do next is actually, if anybody's got any questions on harmonics, definitely handy to know. One thing that is kind of cool to do is you can get on going up an octave, sort of, so what Eric Johnson will do is he'll take his finger and then he'll pick on the frets. Something I don't practice at all, but just take it one step further. And that way you can kind of get away with doing it. As opposed to you can do this, which I think there's has some value to it. Dashboard. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to come see you, man. You're gonna have to teach me how Twitch works, which is, I hope you're down to do that. Because if there's one thing I love to do, it's get free lessons. So today I am using again a Nylon Pro Diodario, and awesome, thank you, man. And the reason I'm using this pick is because I found it in the laundry, and I hadn't seen it in like several years, so I was very excited. Very nice little picks. Obviously Jazz 3, a little sharper than a Jazz 3. And I can't remember which ones are harder. There's like a green one too that's really nice. And just, I thought, hey, that'd be good, because it can kind of matter what pick you're using to do pinch harmonics, but not really. I don't think so. It shouldn't. All right, that said, let's throw down. Let me do one bass. Let me take a shot at a couple bass lines here, and then take a couple shots at some bass lines, and then I'm going to come back and see if I can come up with some sort of vocal melodic lines on guitar, and maybe if I can improvise a solo. But it's going to take me a while to want to get playing like comfortable 16ths and quintuplets at 1/8. That's a 185 is a pretty tall order. Actually, let me do it like this. And so I like to use, I'm not going to pull it out here, but when I go in and record with my bass. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, they decided to make an appearance for some reason. Is it a good omen or bad? Who knows? But happy to see him. Yeah, I used to explain to my students that guitar picks are magical because they're interdimensional objects. And the minute you drop one, you'll figure out the truth in that. Now, I am not good enough on bass with my fingers to play at these tempos. Now, I will try. All right, so let's go back and listen to this song in the beginning. Maybe we can do some fun with it while we're setting up the track, right? Okay, I'm getting some ideas here. So tone-wise, I'm not going to activate the pickups, but I am going to throw on the amplifier that does come with PreSonus. It's awesome. All right, and we definitely need to take, so first thing that needs to happen is I need to take that down before I blow out some speakers here. Okay, now I'm going to use something called, what is it, Empire? And they basically got one bass amp. And now the question is, do we keep the chorus on for this? Ooh. What song is it? It's got to be Pearl Jam, right? Okay. I'm thinking something cool. I just want to do, just want it to sound nice and right. And put everything right in the middle for now. Might even do a little compression. Let me see if I got a compression pedal here. All right, I'm happy with that. Give it a shot. Okay, for real this time. Here we go. I'm definitely not digging that at all. Until I need some more juice here. Oh, okay. So there we go. Screwing around. I like that. bass a little more hoppy feeling there. Okay. Now I think we got some good direction with this thing. Let's go! Oh, I didn't put a stab on guitar at the end of that. Anyways, so again, we got lucky, or not so much lucky, but definitely, you guys, I think you know what I mean. It's like I'm not really gonna touch any of this. There's really no reason to. Now I'm gonna go back and kind of fix the drums, and as we play through it a couple of times, like things will change, And there's places where I can put different inversions and things like that. But this is a really straight ahead forward kind of rock song, and I ended up coming up with two little motives there that kind of invert on themselves here, right? So it's a going up. There's a call, right, and then back down. There's an answer. Gave the fall. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate all of you. It's awesome. It's just an honor to have. I mean, we've reached just this. We're going for 1,000 followers, of course, but I mean, just to even have 32 of you is crazy. So thank you so much. And I will do our best to put out good quality content, whether it's going to be in the backyard, building real fires and little huts and taking care of our garden like they do on these video games. This is awesome. I love watching these video games, right? But anyways, pretty cool stuff. So here we go. I'm actually going to listen to this, right, while I put my guitar back on. And I'm going to play through here. The hardest thing I can tell you right now about this song is not going to be the solo. We're going to, together, we're going to write a real banging solo. Okay, it's going to be sick. But the issue is definitely going to be the voice, the vocal line, because this has that kind of high screaming written all over it. And I can only do kind of the baritone tenor singing. I've got like an octave range, you know, and I'm relegated to fifths and basically the notes that surround them. If I start singing thirds, it gets dicey, right? So right. Everybody knows I'm not getting into it now. What is it? Juicy. That's on YouTube somewhere. The notorious Biggie Smalls version is sick, but the original Matume, excuse me, James Matume. He was his trumpet player, Miles Davis, trumpet player. Anyways, let's turn this guy off. Unplug this. Unplug that. Put this on here. Go back in here. Hit this guy. Turn you off. Plug you in. This is how the pros do it. And no, we ain't lead singers. That's right. But we could be. Why not? Okay, so the one big thing we need to do is put the bass up here, and I'll show this eventually what I'm looking at, but it's safe, right? That's the one thing we got to do. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is go back and hit that solo spot, and let's do some improv. And you know what, I think I will change picks for that and go to feels a little better. I know it feels a little better, but I mean the tone feels a little better on my ears for a lead, which is the only reason I ever change picks. Take this down a hair. got kind of a interesting start getting into it. Let's go back and listen to that and see what we got. I need more. You know what? No. Well, let's take this up just a hair. Let's see what we got. Oh boy, is that crap. Yeah, awesome. I saw what that was, and no, let me back up. I'm getting a question about someone's just trying to help me grow my channel here. I'll have to figure out what raids are. I think I saw the button, and I know what raid the. Anyways, thank you for that. I will definitely check that out as soon as I'm done. I'm gonna probably be streaming through Twitch for a little while because I am just why not? All those years it's streaming through YouTube, so it's been nice to catch at least a few people here, where I only have like 33 awesome and amazing followers, and as opposed to YouTube. And you know what it's like on YouTube, man. I got 4,000 subscribers, and I got no one watching right now. But mostly, this was a tutorial. A little bit, the beginning of the pinch harmonic stuff was for my students. I know. In my dreams, they watch my videos. How's that? Anyways, this solo was bad. We're gonna burn. Okay. Is it bad? Yeah, it's terrible. Maybe that's a good place for arpeggios. All right. Well, okay, we got an idea. That'll probably work. It would have worked had I not blown that note, right? The rate selection is very limited. You can check who is on stream dashboard. Okay, cool. I don't, and then hopefully it's something. There's only some things I can do as an unaffiliated. I think it won't let me post clips and things like that. So that's definitely awesome. Okay, I think we had something going there. Let me see what I got here. I want to do that. I want to duplicate that totally here, and I'm gonna pitch this is I like the beginning of this, and it decides to kind of fall apart. Well, okay, here's what I'm talking about. Let me kind of back up because you guys see I want you to see what I really did, how I did this. Like I could have kept going there, but I really wanted that, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to patch. Not really patch in. I'm actually going to do another track and just play on top of that one. And again, thank you for taking the time to put all that in there, John. I really do appreciate it, man. I'm following as fast as they follow me. I'm trying to follow as many people as I can, and I got people playing constantly that I am following on my TV, and trying to interact with their content as much as possible when we're not working. You know, it's really labor intensive to do all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, we're gonna patch in on this. So we got a good idea here. Something like that. I felt like that was all working. And I blew that note. I was trying to go and get up into that range, but I went to the C sharp instead, and so I stopped. Now we're gonna try and I'm gonna see if I can find it. And this is kind of how I tend to write solos. I'll just kind of do Frankenstein stuff together. Look, yeah, I mean, what's up with YouTube? YouTube is really good these days. Yeah, live all day long. I don't care, you know. And then live, I'll do it twice in a row. You know the trick. You know, and then look for all the other guitar players out in the audience, like nodding. Yes, okay, he did it twice in a row. You know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, maybe even 3 times just to make a joke. But yeah, and the reason I do that is because that pattern is so ingrained in my head to do C sharp there. And I'll show you one of these days. I'll stream why and talk about the kind of professional music video I was in, or what. I think I did that at one point in here. Boy, something's really bugging the okay, let's get this, see if we can string this arpeggio together and do some help. You did it again. I did it again. Yeah, so when I say it's ingrained in my brain, I'm serious, folks. And that's the thing about music. Boy, I got a lot of good stories about people flubbing auditions in advanced settings because everything they were trying to do, program 5s and over 8s and everything. And so that way when they're sight reading, they actually come into real 5s and real triplets, like their brain can't process them in time, even though it's like simple. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Here we go. At last. That's, I did it again, people. At least digital tape is cheap, right? I'll even fade out all fancy here. Nailed it. Oh, I missed my calling as a farmer, folks. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think that's for now. a pretty good day's work, I'd say, on the old harmonics and songwriting here. So what I'm going to do is shut down the YouTube because I accomplished what I want to, and then Twitch, you and I are going to hang out a bit. Thank you, YouTube. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Always be excellent to just party on. Woo!